Hello again. Welcome back to WorksheetCloud. If you've been with me, you'll know that I'm Mrs. Goslet and I have been teaching grade 8 English for a couple of weeks now. I hope you've been enjoying the lessons, and if you have a question, you can write it down, and then at the end you can email us at grade8@worksheetcloud.com and we'll get back to you and hopefully be able to answer your questions. Right, you can grab a notebook and a pen in case you want to write down notes or maybe some examples that we're going to go through or something that you want to remember for the future. Yesterday, or the previous lesson, we did was nouns. So we're carrying on with our parts of speech, and our next one is pronouns. So here's our little wheel. We've done nouns and we're looking at pronouns today. What is a pronoun? So a pronoun takes the place or replaces a noun. So instead of saying Robert went to the shops and then Robert did this, and then Robert went and played golf, and then you understand what I'm saying. So you replace the name of the person with he. Okay, same with a she or, so have a look here. Ethan smiled, or the small boy smiled. So we're replacing that and that with he. So you can change it to he smiled. That's simple enough, but now it gets more complicated. So in grade 8, you have to know the types of pronouns. It's not just, okay, you must identify a pronoun. That's just too easy. So I think I showed you in the nouns one a table of what we ask you. So we give you a little extract or an article. We underline the parts of speech that we want you to identify. So you would say pronoun for part of speech, and then they want you to give the type. And we're going to look at the different types today. I'm really thankful that on this recording it has a pause button because I have really bad allergies. So I paused it quickly so I could have a little sneeze. You don't want to hear my sneeze, it's very embarrassing, and also I can't hear you when you say bless you, so I'm just going to feel like a strange person sneezing out loud. So luckily I paused it and could sneeze, and now we're going to carry on. So we've got 6 that we're going to look at today. Personal pronouns. Now if you have your piece of paper and your pen, I'd like you to write down that personal pronouns is very important. You must know this one. They love to ask personal pronouns, and the last one, relative pronouns. I see that come up a lot in our tests. It's not to say that now you're just going to study number 1 and number 6. You have to know all 6 because they could ask you the different ones. Okay, so let's go through it. Personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, interrogative pronouns, reflexive, demonstrative, and relative. We're going to look at the first one, personal pronouns. Remember I said they love to ask this one. So what is a personal pronoun? They replace a noun, that's what a pronoun is, which is the subject of a sentence, or a noun, which is the object of the sentence. Okay, so we are looking at the subject and the object, and it's replacing the noun. So, I bought it yesterday. So it could have been Adrian bought the handbag yesterday. So we are replacing it, replacing the noun. Okay, remember the name. So the name is Adrian. That would be a proper noun. And a handbag is a common noun. So we're replacing it with I and it, and that is known as a personal pronoun. Now there's another example. She told them to go away. Alright, so again, it's replacing the noun. So the proper noun would be, let's say, Mia told, and then it's all the people, whoever's there, to go away. And here are more examples. Now it's very important, we're going to go through all the different types, but some of them overlap. So some can be used in different ways. Okay. So I, you, he, she, it, we, they, me, him, her, us, them. So these are all personal pronouns. Oh, look at that swimming pool. I would just love to come home, have that beautiful swan there. Oh, looks amazing, doesn't it? So this is a tricky one, but try and think of it as ownership. It's mine. If something, so try and link it with maybe this photo. That's my swan. That's my swimming pool. That's my house. That shows ownership, and that is possessive. If something is possessive, shows ownership, but now it must be a pronoun. Okay, so this house was mine. Mine indicating ownership. Now it is ours. Okay, so ours is also possessive. Here are more examples of possessive. My, mine, your, yours, his, hers, ours, their, theirs, and its. So if it's showing ownership, then it's a possessive pronoun. Interrogative, okay, they are asking questions. So to interrogate someone means to question. You know how the police question people. If a murder happened, they get all the suspects in and then they interrogate them. They don't give them an easy way out. Okay, and sometimes they even leave the room, let you simmer, and they keep you in there for a really long time so that, you know, they can wear you down and they just want to get the answers. You can see I've been watching too many crime stories now. Okay, so we're looking for questions. So the pronoun here, who, is an interrogative pronoun because it's asking the question. So who took the book? What are you doing? All right, so here are more examples of interrogative pronouns. Who, whose, to whom, what, and which. This is an easy one to remember, grade 8s. Reflexive pronouns. They reflect back to the noun or the pronoun. So a pronoun would be her, or a noun would be Blake. Okay, so they're reflecting back to that. They usually end in self. So if you can identify the self, you're going to know that it's a reflexive pronoun. Janet sees herself in the mirror. Okay, there is our reflexive pronoun. He cut himself on the broken glass. Here are more examples of reflexive pronouns. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, and itself. Got so excited. Oh, look at that picture. Us girls, you know, we love our designer handbags. And we always want what we can't have. That's why I like it. Because never in a million years will I get that bag. But it's okay. I can still dream. So demonstrative pronouns. They are used to point out things. Okay, people or things. So try and remember it like that. So we're looking at these are mine, put them there. Okay, so it is pointing out. This one is the one I told you to remember. They join one part of the sentence to the other. So they act as conjunctions. And this is known as relative pronouns. So it indicates this is the man who lives in Paris. Now, I find a lot of people or learners make the mistake of also saying, this is the man that lives in Paris. Okay, whenever we're talking about people, it's who. Okay, this is the girl whose marks were excellent. Okay, so those are some examples of relative pronouns. Now, this is just added on a little bit of extra. So I've taught you about pronouns and the different types. So it's important that you study them, try and find a way of linking it to pictures or just a way of remembering it that it's easier for yourself. Now again, I did a little bit of textual editing yesterday on nouns. Remember, this is mainly for grade 10, 11, and 12. We do ask a little bit of textual editing, especially if you're being taught it, then it will be asked in a test or exam. But it's very important that you learn this for grade 10. Alright, so let's look at textual editing, pronouns. So these are the types of errors that could come up. Oh, this one. I love this one. I or me. So how do you know? And my learners will just say, and you guys will say, I don't know, ma'am, we just know. Now there's actually a rule, or there's an easy way to remember when do you use I and when do you use me. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. We are always going to remove the other person from the sentence. Okay, and then you'll immediately be able to see when you should use I or me. Now, what do I mean remove? So you can take a piece of pen and paper and you can write that first sentence down for me. You can pause the screen however you want to do it, because sometimes when you write things down, you remember it better. If you don't want to and you just want to do it verbally with me, that's also fine. So let's look at the sentence. The bird flew away from my father and I. Now we want to determine if this sentence is correct. So how do I know if I is right? As I said, you remove the other person. So we take out, so you can cross out my father, just to find out if it's I. So then we read the sentence. The bird flew from I. That's wrong. The bird can't fly away from I. The bird flew, it's supposed to be flew away, sorry. The bird flew away from me. Okay, so that's how we find out if it's I. So this sentence is incorrect. So what they'll do in a test or exam, they will have an extract or a text. And this will be in the sentence. And they will say, refer to sentence 4. There is a grammatical error, fix it. Or they'll say, identify it and correct it. Now that's 2 marks. So identifying the error is just putting down I. So you know I is wrong. And then you need to know it needs to change to me. So this sentence is incorrect and this is the correct sentence. So we put my father back because that's the original sentence and we just took him out just to find out which one is right. The bird flew away from my father and me. Okay, so hopefully that makes a bit of sense and you understand that. Oh, look at all those sweets. Doesn't that just make you want to have a sweetie jar at home? Definitely, I've tried it, but it just doesn't last. My husband and I end up, having a little competition because we both want to get some of the sweets, but it just ends up, hey, I want some, he wants some, and then we finish it. Yeah, so sweetie jars don't work, but it does look amazing. Look at me getting sidetracked. And I also made a mistake by putting the photo over the writing. So I'm sorry about that, but we'll get through it. Now, when you see between, then the pronoun me is always together. So it will never ever be I. That is just a rule. So when you see between, your mind must go ding, 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 ding. It's me. So in a test or exam, they will give you the wrong sentence and you must correct it. So between you and me, he is extremely immature. In the test, the sentence will read, between you and I, he is extremely immature. Then the next one, the sweets must be shared between John and me. That is correct. Okay, and the rule is the pronoun me always follows between. I hope I taught you something new. Then, after the conjunctions than and as, we use the pronoun I. Now this is going to be, you're going to go, no, man, there's something wrong here. But when let's go back a long, long time ago, we weren't as lazy as we are now. So we got lazy and we dropped the am. So the sentence would actually read, Sam is taller than I am. Now remember, it's when we use the conjunction than or as. So this word must start going off in your mind and go I. Just like when you see between, your mind's going to go me, 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 me. When you see the conjunction than or as, it's going to blink, blink and go I. So it's difficult to remember. You probably feel a little bit overwhelmed. You're learning all these new rules. But it's important that you practice, or you write it on a cue card or something and you stick it next to your bed. You must see it. You must remember it. Okay. So again, Robert is shorter than I am. So we got lazy and we dropped the am. So this is the correct sentence. Sam is taller than I. My kids go, no, ma'am, that's wrong. Okay, but it is, this is the rule and this is right. And then, just like the am, we drop the is. I am as good as he is. So remember I told you we got lazy? So this is how it should be. Okay. I know you really want to put me there, but it's not right. Good old, one of my favorite movies. What is it, guys? It's a High School Musical. I know. I just absolutely love it. Good old Troy and Gabriella. Take my hand, I'll take the lead. With every turn, we'll be safe with me. Don't be afraid to fall. You know I'll catch you through it all. That's from number 2. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. Can you see it's a good day for me? Each other and one another. Please, guys, this one. Somehow we forget, and the rule is, think of Troy and Gabriella. It's just the two of them. None of their friends are involved, none of his teammates. It's just the two of them. So when there's 2 people, it's always each other. That is the rule. When it's more than 2 people, so 3 and above, it's one another. Okay, so if you can remember that, that will be great when you're doing your creative writing, and this will also be tested in an exam. So they will write there, Susan and James, or Troy and Gabriella, love one another. Now that's wrong. You know it. What's the reason? One another is 3 or more. Each other, 2. Okay. We should all love one another. So we know the all, it's a lot of people. It's more than 3. Okay. Before you go, let's recap. So we spoke about the different types of pronouns. There are 6 of them. I highlighted personal and relative to be very important, just because in my experience I've seen it being tested more than the others. But as I said, it's still important for you to know all of them. There's an activity for you to practice after this, just to hone in on those skills. And if you weren't too sure about some of them, maybe now this will help you to understand it better. You can always go back and watch this recording again if you are stuck. And then if you also have a question, like I said from the beginning, please go to grade 8 at WorksheetCloud.com. I'm having such a great day today, grade 8s. I went for a run early this morning. When I say early, I mean 8 o'clock. I just can't seem to get up at 6 o'clock anymore, so going back to work is going to be really challenging. But I'm just really enjoying exercising, and it was so nice to just get out there and just feel the wind in your face and just have the nature around you. So if you're feeling a little bit down, go for a walk or go for a run. Just go outside and feel the fresh air. It really starts your day off well. I know some of you are feeling like you're struggling to get back into routine, but it just takes one day to wake up and just start. Don't go to bed too late. Don't wake up too early, because then your routine is not going to be, it's going to be difficult to get back into. We always do a little bit of motivation. So our motivation for today is be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. And this is so cool. I think it is hard when you are in high school and finding yourself and what you like and the friends you have. But if you have a loud laugh, then go for it. If you are funny, then go for it. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, grade 8s. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Weekend is exciting. Can lie in a bit, not have to do schoolwork, maybe catch up on some reading. Thanks for watching. This lesson was brought to you by WorksheetCloud. I'm Mrs. Goslet, and I'll check you next week. Bye.